It's so weird. I keep looking in this mirror or in this camera and I look like my face is just the light, I guess. It's not greasy. I don't know. Oh, it's hot in here now. I slept almost all day. Now, I'm not saying I slept all day because no, the dogs are going to start. Stop it. You guys know I am busy. I don't know why you do this every time. I got up at like 7:30, did all the chores, did everybody's chores, and it started raining about noon. And I went to lay down, and about 1:30, I think, and I slept almost 7 p.m. I'm just exhausted. I guess this whole thing, last couple weeks has just worn me down. I want to share something with you guys that I have been meaning to tell you about that I love so much. This Gatorade Perform series, Thirst Quencher, lime cucumber. Delicious. I freeze it and then I thaw it out because the water thaws out last, so it's a little bit sweeter if you thaw it and have like the ice crystals in it. But it is so delicious. But if you don't thaw it out all the way and then you start sucking out the juice before it's about like this slushy, you'll suck out all the juice, and then the stuff that thaws out last, it's just like water. Mm. Mm. Man, I love that stuff. There's another one, Glacier Cherry. It's white, very, very white. Reminds me of cherry blossoms. It's like that light white color. And once I get started on it, I can't quit. That's my dog gnawing on a gigantic bone. Man, I didn't. So anyway, I did everybody's chores. But then when I went and took a nap, I pretty much wasted the whole day. I did call the electric company yesterday. Oh, I got to pay that bill tonight. Today was payday. I went to the store early this morning, but all I got was Gatorade and donuts and some other little snack cakes. My husband's been craving the sweets lately. He has a doctor's appointment tomorrow, but I'm not going to be able to go. I have a side job for a few days, and so I'm not going to be able to go. And it's because we really need the money right now. I'm going to have to do the side job. I think I probably won't get there now till the middle of next week. And I did want to go and spend time with my daughter, but my mom is going up there, so there was a few things my daughter needed from the mail, and so my mom can get the mail to her. Things are progressing very slowly with the situation with her right now. It looks like she's going to be going to jail for a while, is what has happened. It's it's unfortunate. I had hoped. My husband was in prison, and I spent every holiday for about 4 years with my kids in a prison visiting yard. And it was the hardest time of my life. It was the hardest time of my children's life, too. It was, at one point we were nearly, we were never homeless, but we were nearly foodless many times. And there was many times that when they were little, and we lived in Roswell, and we just moved there, and I had to start taking my kids to the mission to feed them. We had to move there because my husband would, you get in this cycle of following your husband. I mean, if you want to have any family life with your mate at all, whether it's, or even with your child, once they get into the prison system, especially in a federal situation, they go from state to state. But, you know, in a local situation, they'll go from pen to pen. And so you spend your life following your mate from pen to pen. You do the bid right along with, you know. And I think a lot of people don't understand that when a person is in prison, their family's in prison, it changes your life to the point where you are in prison in a lot of ways too. I mean, they're the ones locked up and doing the time, but a lot of times people on the outside are the ones that are struggling and suffering and having a hard time. And the parent who is left out is the one that is working 3 jobs and trying to keep it together and trying to stay at the level that you are accustomed to when you have 2 working people. And in my case, my husband did work a regular job. He wasn't a professional criminal. He didn't make his money from doing crime. He just did something stupid and spent 4 years in prison for it, you know. If your husband is making their money doing crime, or your wife, if that's your situation, and you lose that income on top of them doing the bid, then it's even more difficult, because generally the criminal is making good money, making bank, really raking in the bucks, you know. And so when you go and leave I would say a woman with 3 kids, you know, her drug dealer husband goes to jail, or her whatever thing, you know, her hitman husband goes to jail or whatever, they have become accustomed to living a very high lifestyle, and there's no way that you can keep that up. I didn't have that problem, but I did have a husband that had a good paycheck, you know, a truck driver. Anyway, so what the point that I was getting at is that, you know, having had the kids, living that type of lifestyle where, you know, their holidays were spent in a prison yard or a prison visiting room or whatever, and having to go through some really rough stuff when they were small, and understand, my daughter was big. She was 10 years old. She was, you know, big enough to know everything. And I would have, I hoped that it would keep my kids from getting involved in crime and keep them from doing things that would get them incarcerated, because it was terrible. And a lot of times I felt like I had wasted those years. And what kept me from feeling like I didn't waste those years was, at least my kids wouldn't be in prison. At least, you know, I wouldn't have wasted that time if they got some education out of it. And they did get some education out of it, and it wasn't the kind of education that you're used to. And I would have hoped that by seeing a lot of this stuff and having to go through a lot of this stuff, oh God, I'm pushing 8:30, that she would have made better choices. That's all. Unfortunately, no. And so we have endured a situation with her over a few years where she has had problems with the law. And it's unfortunate. It's a waste of a good girl. Good girl gone bad. And I feel bad. I feel bad for her, but I also feel not responsible. And I feel like I don't know how right now to be the most supportive person that I could be right now, because I don't know how. I don't know what to do to help. I can't help. I can't change what's happening. And I guess that's it. By not being able to change what's happening, I feel like I don't even know how to help, but just to, you know, be an ear and a shoulder. But anyway, we'll get through it, you know, and I'll keep you all posted. And, you know, I'm not going to give a lot of details right now, but later on it may come to the point where I have to. If not, I won't, you know. But anyway, I love y'all. I hope you have a blessed week. Rest of the week. The weekend's already upon us. Before you know it, one more day. Tomorrow's hump day. It's today Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. It is hump day. Tomorrow's Thursday. And maybe I'll get something done tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. All right, peace. Be blessed. I love you.